Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Best of Clips video for Season 2 of the Prison Breaking podcast. First off, we want to say a huge thank you to all of our amazing Patreon supporters who sent in their favorite moments. We really could not have made this video without you. As the intern team behind the scenes, we had such a great time going back through all the episodes, reliving the chaos, the laughs, and even the jaw-dropping moments that made Season 2 so memorable. We hope you all have as much fun watching these highlights as we did putting them together. And with that, let's get into it.
From Stephanie Reed, her favorite moment from the podcast is Season 2, Episode 2, Panama. She thinks it's one of Sarah and Paul's most iconic scenes from Season 2.
Stephanie wanted to know, how do you think Kellerman would have explained that burn to the ER doctor? So...
it's very easy.
What do you mean it's very easy? Tell me, how is it very easy?
What do you mean? He's in a big hurry. He's got a very important meeting or event. He's ironing.
While the shirt's on him?
No. Oh.
I just don't have time to iron my shirt, so I'm just going to iron it.
I tried to iron it while it was still on my body. They were so stupid. No, I think it's the, I think he's ironing.
And then what?
In his shirt. He slipped and it fell and hit him in the chest.
I really prefer
Just fix me, just it hurts.
I prefer the idea that he was in too much of a hurry to take the shirt off. Like he just decided to iron it while it was still on.
He was driving, he plugged it in the car, he was very late, and he got in a slight fender bender and it jammed.
I hate it when you're driving and ironing at the same time.
Rachel Ferrer's favorite moment is in Episode 21, Fin del Camino. 1, because of how much they said it, which made her giggle, and 2, because of Sarah and Paul's attitude towards the episode and having similar opinions as everyone.
Hi, Paul.
Sarah.
Fucking shoot him already.
Oh my God. Sarah just kept, for those who didn't watch the rewatch with us.
Oh my God.
How dare you. But mostly every time someone had a gun trained on Teabag, Sarah just screamed, just shoot him already.
I just spent like 7 minutes just shouting, just shoot him already.
Just shoot him.
Just shoot. He's a bad guy.
Bad
you know what I mean? Like, I'm all for morals. I think they're great. And I really respect both Michael and
But there's
Lincoln
no
for having
redemption.
them.
There's no redemption coming there, right?
No. We've seen the whole story. It's not like he becomes...
Right.
Alysah Lisnich has a few favorite moments from Season 2. In Season 2, Episode 8, she loved hearing the behind-the-scenes stories, like the I Shot You shoes sequence that she would have never known without listening to the podcast.
There's a wide shot, and you see my shoes.
Uh-oh.
And that is significant just because I had some conversation. I had fought really hard for super comfortable shoes.
Smart woman.
That season, because I was like,
Smart
we're going to be
woman.
running around like crazy. I had really comfortable shoes Season 1, and... there was a little bit of a thing, and I can't remember what it was, but it was something like I saw a pair of shoes, and I was like, these are comfortable. Let's get them for the show. And someone didn't love them. And I remember saying in front of our DP I might have been a producer, or maybe it was a DP, I can't remember. But I was like, you will never see my shoes in Season 2. Like, you've got to be kidding me. This show lives from the belly button up. No one sees shoes. There's like one shot of Lane's shoes as he's walking up to Deborah Jean's place. But like, this is not a show where you see people's shoes. We're never that wide. And as we were shooting this scene, the DP, I think it was Fernando Rojas. It might have been Bobby LeBond. I can't remember.
It was Fernando.
Came up to me and was like, I shot your shoes.
Ah!
And I was like, you son of a bitch. And he was just like, he's like, I just had to prove you were wrong. And I was like, it'll never make the cut. It'll never make the cut. And he's like, you're sitting. And I was like, it's gonna make the cut. And he came when he saw, like, he was, because
that's
they color time
amazing.
and they edit and stuff. I remember he came a couple of weeks later. He's like, your shoes are in the cut. And I was like, duh! So it became this big thing, and it just sort of made me laugh.
That's really funny.
It was sort of dumb.
Another moment from season 2, episode 8 was hearing everything and anything related to Sarah and Wentworth's real friendship, and it makes her heart happy, just like it does ours.
But also, like, I mean, I definitely had a level of devotion and loyalty to Wentworth.
Yes.
That, whether or not it was healthy is an open question, but like, was singular.
Yep.
You know, and like, I'm a very sort of medievally loyal person.
Yep.
And so I do have friendships like that.
Yep.
But in terms of like, on that set, in the state of Texas, in the state of Illinois, when we were like, I would have jumped in front of a fucking bullet for him.
I had a similar thing.
Another favorite moment was in season 2, episode 10, with the Misa meetup in Rendezvous. It's one of the best moments of the season, and hearing Sarah and Paul's take on it, on acting that scene, makes it even better.
You find him and he gets out of the car, which is beautifully shot. I love that it's both from a little bit of a distance on a long lens, and then even the close-ups are long lens, making you guys feel kind of, even though you're outside, like in a bit of a bubble.
It also meant on the day they weren't right up in our faces, so you felt like you were alone.
And I would imagine it was cross-shot, meaning you were doing both your sides at the same time. You probably can't. I don't know. Did we do that?
I don't know.
We had multiple cameras.
We had multiple cameras. I don't honestly know. I mean,
I don't know why you wouldn't.
There wasn't a lot of
when
lighting
you're outside, right? So if you're outside, yeah, maybe. Anyway, and this is something we'll talk about as the season goes on because it applies to other things, certainly in some of my stuff. I think it could be intimidating to do those scenes because as an actor, you feel the pressure of, oh my God, it's all been leading to this.
Yeah.
And it sometimes it becomes hard to stay in the moment. You get caught up in how it's supposed to look or sound or feel. And if you're not emotional in the right way, sometimes it's hard to let go. You guys both seem so present and connected to one another that it really just plays wonderfully.
Well,
do you remember?
First of all, thank you. I remember that scene knowing that there was a lot on it.
Yeah.
I think Wentworth did some rewriting on the day because I remember we were working on it together and I was like, I need a few minutes to learn these words. Because they were different words on the day than I had learned when I had come to work. And we just took ourselves away out into it wasn't really desert, but whatever that landscape was. And we just ran it and ran it and ran it and ran it. And I didn't know anything about television directing at the time. I give Dwight Little a huge amount of grace, amount of thanks for for having the grace to give us that time and not just sort of be like, hey guys, we got to move on. We got to shoot a bunch of stuff. I don't remember anyone ever rushing us, first ADs or anyone. But I think because of that, by the time we were doing it on camera, it felt like we'd been able to get back to the scene and away from all of the the writers calling and being like, hey, this is going to be exciting. We want to see this. You want whatever.
Yeah.
Went from season 2, episode 10. But she loved the alternative endings in different ways Sarah and Paul could have seen the story going. It's what many loved about the fan fiction.
Yeah.
Using your writer brains give us an alternative ending. Sarah stays in Gila, never runs into Kellerman in the parking lot. What happens next?
Kellerman gets there looking for Sarah. Can't find her. But using his brilliant Special Forces Secret Service brain, does some tracking down and finds Mahone.
Ooh. And do we have an Owen Krivecki? Not Owen Krivecki. Who's the guy you left in the well?
Yeah, I can't remember what his name his character's name was,
Okay.
who I left in a hole. But he busts him out, and then they're partners, and they're chasing them both together, and Sarah and Michael bail out Gila and rendezvous with Lincoln and LJ, and I don't know if Aldo's in on that or not, and then it becomes a race to the border.
I like the idea where Mahone and Kellerman team up and they're like, do you hate this Kim guy? I hate this Kim guy. And they pretend that they've got Michael in custody to lure him. I love the teaming up of the two of them. And they kill Kim to get him off of their backs. And I don't know what happens next.
Oh, that's a great question, though.
It's fun, right?
That's
if I were
crazy.
making that kind of money, I would split it with you. Like,
Wow.
no part of me, I was like, there's not a 6-figure salary here that's taking you out of
This equation. Right.
Wow.
Wow.
And that's really too bad because I think so much of what the audience loved. Do you know what I mean? Like, they care so much about Sucre getting to you. They care so much about Sino protecting his wife. They care so much. Like, anyway, I will get off my soapbox. I think maybe it would be done differently today. I would hope.
I would
For sure.
hope.
Do you know why? I feel like, somebody asked me, how does it feel today to be a woman in this industry? And I said it's kind of exciting times right now for women. I don't think we're, at the place that we want to get to. I said, but right now, like I was on a set, the Duster, which is coming out on HBO Max. Sorry, HBO Max. But I have a female showrunner. I have a female director. I have a female cinematographer. It's so different to be on set right now, and to not that it's bad to be surrounded by men, but it's really empowering and encouraging to be around a set of really powerful women that are doing what they set out to do in life, and they're mastering it.
Yeah.
And to sit there and have, in this business of what we do, we have to trust each other, and we have to be supportive of each other. And I'm in a room with these women that I trust, and I love to bounce ideas off of. And it's just a different environment.
What's like?
At Sherry Nice had a few favorite moments from season 2 of the podcast. Episode 20, Sarah, on what advice she would give season 1 Sarah to season 5 Sarah.
Before we get off onto that, which is pretty great, if season 4 or 5 Sarah showed up to talk to Dr. Tancred.
Season 1? 100%. This one I think is actually...
What would you...
It would be go get the tape that's in Warden Pope's box at the Cigar Club right now. Make copies, give it to your dad. Like, there's...
Very practical.
Well, Sarah
Very,
has
very
the ability to head this whole
don't-
thing off at the pass.
But it's not don't fall in love with it. Don't fall in love.
I mean, he's got 5 years. Like, you've got 5 years to, like, soft date the guy. He's coming in for shots every week. Do you know what I mean? Like, see how it's going.
Yeah.
See if you can get it, you know.
Wow.
At Sherry Nice had a few favorite moments from season 2 of the podcast. Episode 20, Paul on what advice would season 1 Kellerman give to season 5 Kellerman?
5 could give the season 1 version some advice for everything they would go through. What do you think Paul would say if Kellerman had a time machine and could go back?
Oh my God.
It's a good question, right? My bangs are driving me nuts.
I mean, I think he would say you got to be done with Carolyn Reynolds now.
Walk away.
I think walk away. I think you're the time to get off this train before it does you damage, because you've been a good soldier, but it's going the wrong way.
And then what does he do?
And you don't see it.
Like, Do you just quit the Secret Service?
He ends up in, well, maybe, and he does end up being a congressman.
That's true.
And then working in intelligence, right? After season 5. So, he still wants to serve his country and
lateral move out of the company's watch and.
Katerina Krusky had a few favorite moments throughout season 2 in episode 1, episode 3, episode 4, and episode 5. All of these where she thought were good character insight and funny.
We talked about this, but I have no memory of anything ever.
It's menopause.
So, menopause.
Yes?
Did intentional, unintentional? You decided unintentional.
We decided unintentional. I think the goal was make the pain go away at any cost.
But not existence go away.
I think that's 2 steps. I think she thought 1 step. I think it was just make the pain go away.
Relapse.
Just
heavy relapse.
Just stop. I can't take responsibility for this decision. I do think it's, we, in between the seasons, we talked a little bit about the AA of it all. And, I dug back into the big book, and she's reading it in this season, or in this episode. But yeah, it never really comes up again. Like, they never have a conversation about, like, as somebody who tried to kill herself. You know what I mean? Like, they don't treat her like somebody who's a suicide risk. They treat her like somebody who's a...
Right, treat her as a relapse.
As a relapse. That's right. A small thing. I mentioned in the rewatch. I don't know that I've ever been as stressed on this show as I was for Lane's towel. He was so close to that towel coming off that I was like...
They're Velcroed.
Please tell me that somebody stapled that
They're
to his
Velcroed,
chest.
which is another... One of those things that once you see it on set, you can't unsee it.
Yeah. The people
because
put Velcro on
then
the
every
towels,
time I see a movie where somebody's in a towel, I'm like, that towel's awfully tight. Like, that towel is... I cannot walk from my bathroom to my closet without my towel falling off.
No, see, I can, but that's because I'm from Hawaii and we learned how to tie pareu and towels and things. That's a thing. This is the one I was telling you about during the rewatch. This is... Like, I didn't even think it's a question.
So
it just slayed
Jess
me.
Spitzer? Or Jess Pitzer?
Yeah. You want to read it?
Jesspitzer. Was there ever any behind-the-scenes discussion about how the 2 most wanted men in America would try to change their appearances, but instead Michael and Lincoln were like, how attractive can we possibly be? ? And then, just for good measure, she added, Link just kept losing buttons. Which is amazing. Maybe he felt like it would distract whomever was there. They wouldn't even recognize him because they'd just be so blown away by his chest.
I mean, it is a funny thing that she brings up that, like, Teabag dyes his hair and Tweener shaves his head and Michael puts on a ball cap.
And a suit.
And a suit. I just think it's a really funny question. Like,
I like that.
It's a funny comment, so I included it.
I love that this...
we don't need to, like, make a thing out of it.
the show... Like, Karen Usher talked about that when we had her on, talking about season 1, where there was, like... That they would go on these incredible deep dives to get the verisimilitude of how a prison would work physically, right? But then, like, something electrical... They're like, yeah, we don't care if it's real.
And the Sparky goes to Sparky. Like when they're...
Like the water thing, and they're like, oh, we have no idea if that's real. Like, I love that about this show. I like that there's some writers call it like the House of Buys. Like, you're just going to buy that.
Amy Quartz's favorite moments from season 2 were in episode 5. We love this moment because of Sarah's playfulness where it shines through with the dad jokes. She's the only one laughing and it's infectious. It's a simple glimpse of her charm and the lighthearted vibe she brings to the podcast.
And it's cheaper and it's better. And there were beats in it. Now, I don't know what to do with beats. So I chopped them up.
You put a melody over them.
Oh, my God. You're such a dork.
Dad jokes all day long.
And
Dad
then,
jokes.
A comment Paul made had made her laugh, and it's clear that they genuinely care about the fans and want to make sure that everyone hears everything.
Before we bring on Eric, some of you have pointed out, quite rightly, that sometimes when we have guests, we don't actually talk about the episode. So we've got a couple of quick things to just go through with the episode.
And to tell you, one, shut up, it's our podcast. Two, no, just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's not our podcast, it's the People's Podcast.
No,
It
it's
is our podcast.
If it was the People's Podcast, we'd have more people
That's true.
watching.
And we could just talk and talk and talk about whatever we want.
More of Amy Quartz's favorite moments is in episode 16 in Chicago. She loves when they make jokes about Lincoln, and in that same episode, she feels that it's such a great moment because it feels so natural, like they were just hanging out with two friends catching up on a great show. Another moment on episode 11, Bolshoi Booze, she thought it was really funny. She loved hearing about the moments in their life that made them do the scene a certain way and what was going through their head during those moments.
Like, yeah, try to get through me. It's going to be fine. I was like, okay.
I'm not at all worried about trying to stop you.
I'm not worried.
Yeah. Don't hurt yourself on my biceps. So what the ask of him is in that moment. Or are you frozen?
Nope.
Okay. I couldn't tell.
What if I was just like this?
This is just my resting face.
There's also somebody, my ex-wife always not making fun of me, but she always says, and now you are going to die. Like, she was like, it's like Barnum suddenly. And I was like, I don't know why it came out in that way, but like.
That's really funny.
Because in my mind, it was like super paternal.
Yeah. That's honestly how I received it.
Like super like, now I'm taking your phone. Like it was really I'm treating you like you deserve to, like.
It's very patronizing.
Very patronizing. Like super. You dummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
fan questions?
Now break.
We'll be right back.
A good looking guitar.
Yeah, this is they make these guitars now.
Do they?
Yeah.
And what does one do with a guitar these days at your house?
Smash it.
Wow. Okay.
Welcome to Prison Breaking with Sarah and Paul. I'm
Camila Naranjo's favorite moment from season 2 is in episode 11, Bolshoi Booze. And she likes it because it's the exact same reaction that she had when she first watched the series.
Ah!
Hello. Welcome to episode 11 of season 2 of Prison Breaking with Sarah and Paul. We just watched Bolshoi Blues.
One of Jessica Pitzer's favorite moments in season 2 is in episode 19. She thinks the podcast does such a wonderful job showcasing the women of Prison Break who are often looked over by the writers despite being the foundations of some of the most beautiful stories of the show.
No, you actually connect to as a mother now. That's really affirming because honestly, as an actress, again, I'm just giving you guys so many raw moments. I don't know what's going on. As an actress, I think I didn't have children. I never had children. And sometimes I do worry or feel that like there's a depth of my womanhood I haven't achieved, right? And does that mean there are roles that I don't possess, something to be able to connect to, honestly. And I've had to talk myself through that a lot, and remind myself that the craft is the craft and that we're never completely in anyone's shoes and we're always finding ways to connect the gaps and bring ourselves to them and them to us. And so I hope that I'm always able to, search for truths that feel real to me so they can feel real to the audience. But that really matters. And I thank you so much. That's really special. To know that I was knocking on the door at something 20 years ago that I hope I'm getting closer to today.
Broke up with her, divorced her, kicked her out of the house, essentially to, at some level, protect her.
I think so. I think
And
my
his son,
read on
and
it-
his son, conceivably.
Yeah, my read on it was it's some combination of A, I've become a monster,
become a
and
monster.
you deserve better, and B,
There's a body in the backyard.
there's a body in the backyard. But if you're not living here and you have plausible deniability,
Totally.
then if I go to prison for this body in the backyard, you get to go on and live your life. And it's in some ways it's an interesting parallel because at a certain level, Mahone does what Lincoln doesn't. Mahone decides for his son, I am going to push my wife and son out of my life.
Correct.
To keep them safe, whereas Lincoln and LJ stay together
Which is an emotional decision by Lincoln.
and get caught.
Like he basically, that conversation where he says, it's, the Panama plan is dangerous. You can have this life that's free of me. And LJ says, you're not splitting up, are we? And then Lincoln says, no. Clearly Lincoln is saying yes. And then when LJ pushes back, he collapses under it, and now they've gotten caught. And Michael has been simmering. I mean, this is they have not seen each other since episode 22.
And
maybe
I
not
don't think
even
we
that-
didn't even see each other in 22,
Okay.
I don't think.
They've not been in the
Yeah.
same room.
Yeah, since
for-
season 1.
Right, since season 1. And for the audience, that's like a year.
Yep.
So this is just an incredible tease. I will also say the scene, all the scenes, but particularly the scene where you find him and he gets out of the car, which is beautifully shot. I love that it's both from a little bit of a distance on a long lens, and then even the close-ups are long lens, making you guys feel kind of, even though you're outside, like in a bit of a bubble.
It also meant
think
on the day they weren't right up in our faces, so you felt
Right.
like you were alone.
And I would imagine it was cross shot, meaning you were doing both your sides at the same time. You probably can't. I don't know. Did we do that?
I don't
We
know.
had multiple cameras.
We had multiple cameras. I don't honestly know. I mean,
I don't know
there
why you
wasn't
wouldn't
a lot of
when you're
lighting
outside. Right.
to
So
be
if you're
done.
outside, yeah, maybe.
going to play the card of I love
No.
you, please come with me. I think it's his love language is let me try and get you out of
His
lethal danger.
love language is ... dash dash ... paper crane,
Sunglasses.
Gila, sunglasses, Gila. I can offer you a lifetime of adventure.
Oh God. I was tandem skydiving.
And you're like, it's so easy to fall out of this thing.
No, I was tandem skydiving, which means the guy who was the skydiving instructor that I was strapped to made the decision about when we exited the plane, which meant that my experience of skydiving felt like being thrown out
I
of a
cannot
plane.
shake my head any harder without hurting myself. No.
I never had a problem ever
No.
in small planes. And ever since, it comes and goes, but sometimes I'll just be like,
Like the randomness of I could just, yeah.
somebody could just, because it's that feeling of the door opens and everything inside you goes, nope, 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 ah! And I got to the bottom and my husband had jumped right after me. Well, had been jumped right after me. And we both like get out of our thing. And at the exact same time, we're walking towards each other in the landing area. And he goes, wasn't that amazing? And I was like, I am never doing that again.
It does not appeal to me.
Very, very different experience.
I'm not a scaredy cat either. Just one of those things where like the potential for regret seems very high.
Well, and just all the billion years of evolution screaming in every one of your DNA.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Like, we did all of this to get you here, and you're gonna what?
Right.
Like, no, it's nuts.
Training, etc., would not scream in that way.
Oh, right.
That there would be whatever the reaction is, that it would be something, there's this whole thing about Secret Service guys actually training their neurology to react differently. Like if you hear a loud noise, they go out as opposed to get in.
Right.
All that kind of thing.
Right.
I thought maybe he'd be more stoic about it. I don't know, maybe it's not the right word. And we said, well, let's do it both ways. And I did it most of the time by kind of like grunting, and it was like a stifle. It was like the beginning of a scream and a stifle.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we really liked that. And then we were doing this handheld thing, and I did that a few times. And then I guess it was Karen, the director, I thought, was like, we just need to get the scream so we have it.
Right.
And I was like, okay. And they're like, we're not going to use it though. So just like give a huge scream, like the
That
biggest
old
scream you can
chestnut.
do for audio. And I was like, okay, but why's the,
Right.
this is where my maybe greenness, a little green.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I mean, I don't regret it. I think it's a kind of a interesting, to see him freak out like that.
It
is
is
pretty upsetting.
It's interesting because both Kellerman and Michael become not unhinged, but you see them not in control, and in a very new way in this episode.
Yeah.
In an unusual way, and a way that makes clear that, like, we are not in Kansas anymore. The stakes are changing.